Hey, it's John Pellin, ATVscene.com. I'm out here at the Hatfield McCoy Trail System in West Virginia. Some of God's most beautiful work right here in West Virginia. We're ride testing the 2014 Teryx. You've got to see this machine.
Hello, my name is Tyler Furman. I'm Assistant Manager of Research and Development at Kawasaki in Lincoln, Nebraska. Kawasaki Motors Manufacturing. It's actually where we manufacture this Teryx, as well as design. We have a design center there, and I'm a part of that. This model is completely new, all new. So we'll just start from the front and work forward. On the LE, the C model, we've got a front brush guard now, which comes standard. We also sell it as an accessory. It bolts right on for the other models as well. It's got hard mounting points for our HID accessory lights, as well as LED light bars and things like that. It's also angled out a little bit. In case you do hit something, it actually forces it down so it won't come over into your windshield area. Working our way back, we've got like the original Teryx on the front here. We'll just open this up real quick. Opening hood, which not a lot of vehicles have. It completely opens, and one, that's so that we can wash it and keep it clean. It's also good for serviceability. We've got the air filter right here, which is easy to get to. Fuses right here, easy to access. Radiator, we've kept the battery in the front, which keeps it high for water crossings and things. But it also keeps it well protected. We've actually gone to a lot of work to keep everything centrally located, so as the tires kick up rocks and sticks, we don't want any of this damage. That's why everything's compact to the middle. You'll notice on this side, we've actually got our power steering unit here. Every US model Teryx now comes with power steering, and that's speed sensitive power steering. So the faster you go, actually the less assist you will get. And there's a speed sensor then that ties into that, and that's so as you go faster and faster, it doesn't start getting squirrely on you, so you get more feedback. The slower you go, obviously, the more assist. When you get close to zero, you have full assist, and it just one finger turns. Get to the cockpit, and we've actually got a lot of the same niceties that we carry over from the Teryx 4. We've got the premium doors for protection, as well as mud splashing. This year, especially on the LE, we went to a 3-tone seat, which is really nice. Kind of got the Teryx screen print in there as well. Got a really nice feel this year, even compared to the last Teryx 4s. Highly improved on the engine side of things, and quick release seat bases, which is nice for maintenance and ease, but also easy to access your oil right here. We've also eliminated a fan that we had under here for heat. We've raised the cup holders up. We've allowed more airflow into the engine compartment. So we've actually increased the engine size to 783 cc's this year. We did that by stroking the engine, as well as a cam profile change, as well as a few other changes. It really upped the horsepower and the torque. We also redesigned the exhaust system to keep a lot of that heat out. We lowered the heat in the engine compartment considerably. Also, with the stroking of the engine, the RPM, you get the same power for less RPM. So the engine can actually turn a little bit slower. It's not screaming as loud in your ear. It's a little bit quieter. So that's really the engine. The control panel is pretty intuitive, pretty self-explanatory. We've actually angled the speedometer toward the driver on this model as opposed to the old Teryx, and that's easier to see, things like that. Another thing that we did, and it's pretty simple, but the e-brake, we actually had a foot e-brake before, and we found that guys that were wearing 4-point harnesses couldn't release it, and it was automotive style. So we actually brought the e-brake back up here, so if you are wearing 4 points or anything like that, it's easy to get to. So moving on back, whole new ROP system this year for the Teryx 4. We were going for kind of a sporty, as well as added protection. We keep the C-pillar in as well. Also, we've got best-in-class new storage behind the seats here. And actually, this side panel is removable if necessary, so that we can see that a little bit easier. We've got 24 gallons per side of dry sealed storage. We just put 100 miles on this vehicle through water and mud, and it's completely dry inside. So that's 48 gallons total of usable space. There are drain plugs in the bottom, same drain plugs that we use in our Ultra 300 jet skis. Seals up tight. You're gonna get that nice no water entry and river crossings and mud and things like that. We consciously put the lids on top so that if you did forge a river or whatever, water would have to come this high before it could even think about getting into this storage. We've got a nice sealed trim on it, keep it nice and water resistant, hopefully watertight. Also in the center, we've got a tray area. Found every 5-quart cooler that we could find, made sure that it fit there. It's got molded in hooks so that you can strap a cooler or whatever you want there. This unit actually has DC outlets, both front and rear. We kept one on the passenger side on the rear here, and that's in case you want to plug in a powered cooler or running a sprayer or any type of accessory. You can still get your 12-volt DC power outlet back here as well. So then going back, we've got the dumping cargo bed. That's all new as well. We've upped the weight from 500 to 600 pounds on this particular unit. It is a gas assist dumping bed. Also has these nice new 1-inch square rails on the bedside, and that's actually to protect the bedside, but we've also got a whole new set of quick snap-on accessories then that clamp onto this bar. So a whole accessory system that we're selling. Also good tie-down point, protection, things like that. This material is what we call no-break polypropylene, and it was actually developed for steering wheels. And there's a requirement in steering wheels that if you get in a wreck, in really cold temperatures at high speed, you brace a steering wheel, you pushing on it, it can't break, it can't shatter, you can't have sharp points to penetrate you, pierce you. So that material is specifically designed to be very impact resistant, won't shatter. We use that exact same material to make this bed. And it's so thick and so strong that we couldn't use traditional injection molding to do it. It's actually a new gas push process to make this carrier. So to keep walking around, I guess, I'll show you the carrier since we're talking about it. We've actually molded in 3 dividing slots. We call it do-it-yourself dividers. They were actually designed for you can go to any lumber yard and get like a 1x12 piece of wood, cut it, fits right in there. We also do sell an accessory divider as well that'll go in there. We've got 4 tie-down points, which are handy to secure things down. Got a tailgate. We did make it quick removable with no tools. Quick detach lanyards, both sides. And it's as intuitive as about any automotive tailgate. 45-degree angle, pops right off. So that's handy for sprayers or anything you want to do. Also got the 2-inch receiver hitch down there. Standard, use any pickup receiver hitch, plug right into it. The 2-passenger Teryx carries over and has the similar XX frame design that the Teryx 4 has. Very, very structurally rigid. Torsional rigidity is very, very high. That allows us to fine-tune the suspension to exactly what we want. The frame isn't going to flex much, which means the tuning of the suspension will transfer into giving us the performance that we want. Very strong, no cracking, things like that. Also, you'll see the size of the A-arms are beefy and boxed. So, speaking of rigidity, at Kawasaki we spent a lot of time and effort on testing, torture testing to extremes. And that's how we could say we put out a quality, durable product. And we've been talking about it for years, about how strong these things are, and the customer doesn't necessarily see it or know it, especially in the showroom. So we kind of went and wanted to put our money where our mouth was, and this year we rolled out a 3-year warranty on these things, which is definitely the best in the industry. A lot of them are 6 months. I think I've seen 1 or 2 1 year. We've got 3 years on this bad boy, and actually every Teryx and mule for Kawasaki now as of 2014, comes with a 3-year warranty. This year we went with a premium Fox suspension. Designing this vehicle in Lincoln actually allowed us to, we wanted to do all the design here in the US. We wanted to work with US companies, and we actually approached Fox and said we'd like a premium ride, and we spent the last 2 years developing these shocks specifically for this unit. These shocks are different from the Teryx 4. The compression and rebound dampening inside is totally different, as well as the spring rates are different on this unit. So these shocks are tuned specifically for this vehicle. With that, we were able, with the mid-mounted engine and everything on this unit, to get a almost perfect 50-50 weight distribution front and rear, which to a sports car guy means a lot, and that means that we're able to really tune the suspension. It's able to grab and turn, and we get the performance that we want out of it. Rounding out this machine, we've chosen the Maxxis Bighorn, which are kind of the flagship of a tire. They're definitely not the cheapest one out there. They cost us quite a bit of money, but we think that it's very, very important to have a good tire on this. You go out, we need to get you home. It's also a tire that is available in the market, so you can go out and find replacements for these, which we think is good. But very durable, very premium. We're very happy with the performance of these Bighorn 2.0s.
It's not a utility machine like I thought going in, you know, kind of a boring ride. Not the case. Power band, snappy, fun. You can just blip the throttle and effortless power. Really cool that they've improved the power band, and at the same time, the gas mileage is fantastic. We rode all day yesterday. Each of us put about 2 gallons of gas in the thing. So you can go a long way on the gas with this unit. Some of the other things that I've noticed as I'm riding it, power steering is a blast, especially low speed, you use effortless. Other things to notice is the suspension, very well done. The Fox podiums do a great job on this machine. It's precise in the turns. There's no drifting or floating or high siding or anything crazy. It's a good, stable machine. Plenty of room for both people. That's something to note. There's if you want to be out all day with somebody, and even if you're 2 big guys, there's a lot of room in this machine and a lot of room to put stuff. The storage is incredible. Some of the things that I like on the LE is the roof is a nice addition to have out, especially when it's raining today a little bit. Switching in and out of 4-wheel drive, no problem. They've done a real good job. You don't have to look and see what you're trying to do, which is nice. You're not trying to find anything. You know right where it is, and you're turning it to 4-wheel drive. That's well done. Throttle response is great. You've got a real throttle cable, so the feel is real nice. The brakes could be a little more. I would like a little more brake in the rear of the machine, I think. But trade-off, you're getting maintenance-free brakes in the rear, so I could see where Kawasaki went with that. It does have dual disc brakes in the front, which is nice, so you do have good stopping power up front at least. Another thing I noticed is the ease of maintenance. Like I showed you, the back comes right up, very simple. You can get the things, you can get your storage. Well, the front of the machine does the same thing. Flip up the hood, and you've got all your access to your battery, your fuse box, your air filter. Very easy to work on something. I like that I don't have to take off a bunch of body panels to get to something. Today we were riding pretty hard. I got a chance to get on a little harder today, and it did bottom out the rear some, but I'm hitting stuff really hard. You're gonna like the ride of this machine. Very plush, and the power band is why you gotta test one out for yourself. It's just snappy, fun power. You're really gonna like it. All right, well, that's it. We just went over 100 miles through the incredible West Virginia Hatfield McCoy trail system on these new 2014 Teryx 800s. What a blast. I think the 2 things I'd take out of this is the power. It's a really fun, snappy power band that you're really gonna enjoy, and the ruggedness. The machine is just really durable, and I think we proved it here today. I think there's a dozen of us or more, maybe 14 machines. We've drove them over 100 miles and not one issue. And the Maxxis Bighorn's not even a flat tire. So really impressive machine, and I think you need to try one out for yourself.